Hey, friends and family in music, fellow music lovers, aficionados. That's what I love about all the people who go on YouTube to look for music and comment on music videos. We're not dilettantes, you know. We love music. We don't just have the top 40 station on in the car. We're always looking around for good stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. Um, let's see. What else did I want to say? Um, oh yeah, I have an idea. I would like to, if you'll indulge me, in each of my reaction videos, I'm gonna suggest a wild, obscure, out of the way song for other people to check out. And this time, I would recommend a song called Ford Mustang by Serge Gainsbourg and a female vocalist, too. Just check it out. I mean, it's so freaking cool. Ford Mustang. Bang. It's French, so what are you going to do? They're French. Yeah, so let's get on with it. Tupac. Here's my third Tupac reaction video. And, I've been thinking a lot recently. I sense that what John Lennon was to rock and roll, Tupac was to rap and hip hop. Just the limit, the best. Uh, the first real groundbreaker, the first one to take it into serious art form and do things with it that other people weren't doing. And it's not just because of their music, I think. It's most of it is, yeah, but it's also who they were, how they lived their lives, what they said. Tupac made himself very available, and I'm getting the sense that he was a man of the people. He was on the street. He wasn't. He may have had a bodyguard or two, but he wasn't surrounded by, a phalanx of security guards. He was out there. He appeared on a. I saw a video, an old recording of him on a talk show. And he was facing down these people who were suing him and his record company for, somehow causing the death of a police officer, you know, inspiring some kid to shoot a police officer. And the way he defended himself was so brilliant, you know. You could tell that this guy was, he just was thinking on a different level than I mean, these were some square ass white folk. I mean, they were pretty hardcore white, if you know what I mean. And but Tupac just seemed to understand that this is art, and you can't. I mean, people have tried to uh, come after art and entertainment for one reason or another over the years, many times. And you just got to leave it alone. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it or watch it or look at it. You gotta. I still get upset over Pepe Le Pew being canceled because of one tweet from some precious motherfucker at the New York Times. Like how many rapes did Pepe Le Pew really? How many was he responsible for? Are rapists really thinking about Pepe Le Pew when they do their thing? I don't think so. And there's no rape culture. For Christ's sake. Last I heard, most people were against rape. So I don't know. You need people to tell the truth sometimes, and sometimes it's hard for people to understand that entertainment is it's not going to hurt you. No, it just isn't. So, yeah, I want to hear some more from Tupac. I've been dying to. Been spreading it out, doing other rappers. But this guy's is the limit. So we're going to do another one. All right? Let me see what he's got to say. He never had a friend like me. I don't know if this is going to be touchy-feely, another positive Tupac song, but I'll get to some harder edge stuff if this isn't. All right?
Never. You ain't never had a friend like me. Believe that. Cause you ain't never had a friend like me. See, at night I watch the sky, I take another breath, I smoke my new boy to the butt like it's the last motherfucker left. Just me and you evading enemies, let you get my last shot of Hennessy. Ain't never had a friend like me. Remember memories so vividly. Was once a little dust kicker, now becomes a G. Who can I call when they all fail? Collect calls to my dogs from the county jail, sending me mail, heard the blocks in the same shape. Ain't nothing changed, niggas slanging at the same place. The same faces, supposed to always hate our foes. This lifestyle is forever, watch the game unfold. Shedding crocodile tears, just got life plus. And you wonder if these white judges like us. Just stay strong, we'll appeal, nigga, you'll be free. Down with you to the very end, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. How can I be blamed? Forgive me, Lord, I'm insane. In search of fame, won't hurt to change. Following the footsteps of past dealers. Equipped with ski masks, no witnesses, we blast squillers. Maybe now they feel us in this act of war. More casualties, no survivors. Any man that defies quickly dies, cause we got us in my
Okay, I'm sure these are some heavy lyrics he's laying down. His stuff is dense, densely worded. I'll pick up on that later. One, he's a handsome devil, right? Two, don't underestimate the importance of these grooves that he's got under the rapping. In Dear Mama, that's a classic R&B. You know, it's and right here we've got some more R&B underneath the rapping.
Quest for tips, we wear vests equipped with automatic fire. We reply when my enemies trip. Me and you against the nation, whispering while we conversating, cause niggas died over information. How much more can we take? Expect us all to break, the world ain't ready for us yet, so let's make Clinton pay. They never wanted us to make it. Everything that we possess, we had to fight and take it. I think the president is smoking weed, bumping this beat, making a living out my misery. Till they got a friend like me, I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Promise to visit, I know it's rough in your cell, receiving mail to the county jail. This is hell, when I was younger I could.
Alright, how many of us have had a coffee table like that? I mean, just overflowing with drinks and stuff and God knows what. And this is from a movie. I can see that this was kind of a video somebody put together. It says official music video. I didn't see that it was put out by the Tupac people. So, I don't know. Maybe this was at the time an official video that they put out, but he did some acting too, right? I gotta check out that movie.
Picture living in luxury, so how the fuck did I end up in prison? Fucking snitches that got me crossed by my own side. I found him by himself, no drama, he alone died. Nobody cried, should've never testified. You got my nigga 25, so now I sacrifice your life. Help to separate me and my dog. Broken ties, why the fuck should I let you live? When I'm dead inside, rapid fire my delivery. I'm busting at your whole crew, nigga, remember me? Hit up my outlaw set, then throw my pistol in the ocean. Ditch my ski mask, and get the straight coasting. It's visiting day at San Quentin, always there to see your closest road dog. Cause you ain't never had a friend. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. I'm down for you, so ride with me. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Come after us, let's be complete. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Come after us, let's be complete. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me. Nobody knows where we'll be. My enemies, your enemies, cause you ain't never had a friend like me.
Yeah, nice, nice. And I like the sentiment in the song, the theme of the song. You and me, your best friend. You know, I mean, if somebody's going after your best friend, that person's your enemy too, right? It's just it's that nice bond that people have with their best friends. Um, Very cool. Uh, I like the video, obviously based on a movie in which Tupac is really good friends with some white dude. Um, nice. Yeah, I know. I think when you talk about Tupac, you gotta talk a little bit about what he was all about, and he, I think, was just so hassled down in LA by the authorities. Um, I know there's other drama in his life, but and I know he went to jail. I know he got jumped on his way into a bank shortly after he released his first album. Um, so this is early '90s, right? I don't know, late '80s, early '90s, and he's getting big, and your art, your music, can actually attract the attention of authorities. It seems like so medieval, so backward, but it was just less than 30 years ago, you know. Um, it's amazing. I'd like to think that we've, that it doesn't happen anymore. Artists getting into trouble because of their lyrics, or you know, finding themselves an enemy of the state. You know, um, yeah, I just think he was such an important voice back then, and I think that's what a lot of people who've been his career-long fans. That's what they love about him is that he was speaking some serious truth about reality on the streets of LA and probably every city around the country. I could go into Minneapolis if you want. Um, I said in an earlier video there are a few people who know the inner workings of the Minneapolis city government better than myself. Well, there are, okay, but very few who aren't going to protect city officials. We like to think we're very liberal up here and we're progressive and everything's cool, right? Well, that's you. I mean, come on. Shit. How did George Floyd happen? because city council members, all of them from the same fucking political party, ignored the fact that we had a marauding police force, And the reason they did was because it'd make it a little more difficult to get reelected. The top priority was always get reelected at the expense of targeted black neighborhoods. They had incident after incident coming in. This police officer did this to me, this cop did this cop did that. And they quietly settle it and just not make waves because top priority is getting reelected to city council. So, I mean, they can be right on some issues, social issues, they're progressive. But when it really comes down to it, their top priority is getting elected and reelected. And if something makes that more difficult, why bother? You're going to win re-election anyway. Even if dozens and hundreds of young black men are going to jail and prison out of Minneapolis for no reason at all, really, that's okay. I need to get re-elected. So, after George Floyd, there's still a couple city council members on there who were guilty of ignoring the obvious problem. But for the most part, it is a new city council. The old ones got bounced out. People started actually thinking critically about their own party. So that's good. I mean, things are changing for the better, but you know how slow it is. Anyway, that's something I wanted to say about Minneapolis. I'm just broadcasting from too close not to talk about it. Yeah, and I do know stuff. I'm an attorney. We know shit. Shit that you don't even really want to know. Anyway, I love Tupac. I have such, respect for him, and it's a damn shame that he died so young. At least Lennon made it to 40, Peace.